see the place rocking and don't bother knocking, just open up, come on in. And if you see the place hopping, the basement is rocking it, put your hands up like this.
MCs, I dare you to step to the plate, literally. Writing was a gift given to me instinctively. It's meant to be, coming true and rocking well. MC abilities given to you through stem cells. All talk, still the antibiotic being prescribed, not commercial like Allegra. It won't be televised to the eyes of the ill. Not down with Medi-Cal, cause we don't write for the dollar bills. To rip naturally is still the main ingredient within our recipe. No artificial nonsense, not turning the industry, to freeing minds from their bondage. Not down with the heartless jigaboo bling garbage. This is for the junkies who are starving, for the dope hard talk folks that cut throat or act as an antidote to your meaningless ways. So we're gonna drop this till it's the TRL
totally raw, unfiltered, hard and all. The way the word patterns form from a natural's jaw, and how a natural's paw motivates and more. Straight shakes the floor, causing rappers to fall. But I, the natural, cannot be taken. I'm dusting off and like the Rain Man, straight out the basement. Constantly breaking expectations, from the strike of the pen to the response of the crowd, even the chant of the name BASTMENT. Running tracks in waves is what a natural craves is, all perfected by hand and not factory made.
If you see the place rocking and don't bother knocking, just open up, come on in. And if you see the place hopping, the basement is rocking and put your hands up like this.
I used to sit around writing rhymes, trying to find a beat for me to rock over, plugging the mic till 99 in October. Something in sight, fight the violence that resides inside the world of hip. October at 23, rocking since the age of 15. Deen to speak truth and Deen, a lost soldier in me. Keep my composure when weak, fall victim to their greed and guard of currency. Drawn closer to me is the sense in which I dictate, spit reality. Yes, I'm still inclined, I spit hate. I figure 8, 7, 6, reposition, penetrate, liberate your mind, state the monotony, let it break.
I used to turn the knob back in the family carpool. Now with high I learn and I approach the cipher fervent. The compromise of Darwin and Lamarck's rules. My traits derive straight inheritance upon wit, and it's hard to acquire characteristics. I hit with a big stick to sit with when KRS kicked it. Think it's the instinct, others call it gifted. Secret to our shine, simply that the content is deep. Polished with ink, that is the best part. It starts with thoughts that travel from my left arm down to the index and thumb. Print the sequence of words, second nature next to breathing on earth. Pass the pen and paper, heck, I'll proceed with the verse. Hip-hop's the confidence to make a speech in this world. That's the task that we rep, that's the path that we set. That's the BASC, man, y'all chant the rest.
Jokers wanna flow, but they got no show. My power is my seal, and my skill is just natural. Jokers wanna flow, but they got no show. My power is my seal, and my skill is just natural. Jokers wanna flow, but they got no show. My power is my seal, and my skill is just natural. Jokers wanna flow, but my power is my seal, and my skill is just natural.
It's that natural mystic enlisting the gifted. Rocking if your head's not bopping, then you missed it. Pay attention, boy, cause the mainstream's got you all tricked like a Christian, resisting the mediocre. I guarantee that, taking this thing back from its greedy owners. Rewind steadily, drop some top melodies. Change won't happen, and stagnant is the enemy. Wanna become stagnant, rap's the remedy. Unoriginal, that's the wackest thing you'll ever be. You'll never be a rock star unless you sound English. More than a symbol, the basement is an emblem, influencing ourselves in fact. You see my rhyme is limited, cause it's held in fact. It's in my cells perhaps, down to my cytochrome C's. You're not a natural, drop the microphone please. If you see the place rocking and don't bother knocking, just open up, come on in. And if you see the place hopping, the basement is rocking and put your hands up like this. If you see the place rocking and don't bother knocking, just open up, come on in. And if you see the place hopping, the basement is rocking and put your hands up like this.
Once you change your philosophy, you change your thought pattern. Once you change your thought pattern, you change your attitude. Once you change your attitude, it changes your behavior pattern. And then you go on into some action. As long as you got a sit-down philosophy, you'll have a sit-down thought pattern. And as long as you think that old sit-down thought, you'll be in some kind of sit-down everywhere. It's not so good to refer to what you're going to do as a sit-in. That right there castrates you. Right there it brings you down. What goes with it? Think of the image of someone sitting. An old woman can sit. An old man can sit. A chump can sit. A coward can sit. Anything can sit. Well, you and I have been sitting long enough, and it's time today for us to start doing some standing and some fighting back.
Live, learn, struggle, die, or live being taught me nothing, die. See if you fight, you win, even if you lose. Whether you ever change even the letter of the rules, cause you stood firm and held ground when all failed. Raise your fist firm while others carry coattails of their masters, and for that you will succeed. Whether you live to see change or die for your beliefs. Rise against the thieves who strip you of your culture, water down your faith and stopping nothing to insult ya. I tell you that your eagle is a well-dressed vulture, dividing us now to destroy us in the future. What kind of future are we supposed to have if we can't even stand with our feet firmly planted? Without holding hands, it's like we lose our strength when there's a break in the ranks. But that's when your faith should kick in, so we move on whatever will come. Cause in the end you're a victor, a victim. We're more than just pawns, make moves when moved on. Physically vigorous, we be mentally calm. When everyone picks up the tails and runs, stand firm, even if you're the only one. Stand firm, even if you're the only one. So stand firm, even if you're the only one. Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Chant words, or stand up and cast a stone. Stand firm, even if you stand alone.
Retreat or stand firm, don't be pushed to the back of the bus. Create your own space, you don't have to adjust. More than raps that we bust. Call for truth and justice, emotion, and stand firm in the face of oppression. Head to head at aggression like Palestinians alone in this world, holding a rock and a dream of a pearl. Stand firm in your convictions, what you believe in this world may be the only thing that sets you free from the bond. Buildings fall, but the strong stand firm and no sway. Hold ground on their position while the sheep are led astray, being led to the slaughter, afraid to oppose the masses. Situation gets drastic, the position collapses, and that's when the strong stand firm. Hands turn to a full fist, flags you burn. Plots turn from opposition to full-scale revolution. Leaders stood firm and held ground in the movement. Jihad, Arashikage, and the students still repping the movement, still seeking improvement, still hating the news, and still favor the truth, and still walk around screaming F America.
Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Chant words, or stand up and cast a stone. Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Chant words, or stand up and cast a stone. Stand firm, even if you stand alone.
You find students all over the world today are standing up for their rights and fighting for their rights. Anything can sit, but it takes a man to stand.
Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Like Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones. Stand firm, even if you stand alone. Iron Sheik, Hive, the Crimson Guard, Tawheed Productions. What y'all know about that, man? We wage war on MCs who move with no thought and sterilize of your filth, the realm of our talk. I'm bringing death to your heartless ways of hip-hop. So those cats who have a love for the art, don't get caught in your inescapable web of deceit. We hate what you're for, and for that takes defeat. Victory is for those who wait patiently and then strike at the jugular of lion MC. And drain from their veins the light. They took light when they played stupid games on the mic. At first sight of what they did, the lyrical angel of death used the clutch of the camel to strip them of breath.
You wanna battle me, that'll be the last move you ever make. Get touched by the angel of death and fade away into the realms of hell, and the filth which you create be consumed by your own conscience. You're dictated by an image of a rapper that you claim to be. Canon gimmicks praying to be the puppet rapper that you see on TV. I had enough of sucker tap into this hip-hop scene. Another rapper died, name glorified in the street. A sudden stature rise, shame mortified by defeat. A samurai by the beat, we live and die by the code. Make your move, proceed with caution, heed the fork in the road.
About nothing but running the streets and guzzling drinks and guns in their beats. They die and stop fronting. Angels of death are coming, bringing death to MCs who talk about nothing but women are hoes, brand names and their clothes, platinum and their gold. They die and stop fronting.
We wage war on MCs who only shoot the breeze and strategize crooked schemes like the Bush regime. Set up camps for MCs and sending troops to seas. Send an amp, blow your speakers, and with truth we feed. We plant seeds of rage for decades to come. And refugees, they flee from the sound of the drum. No matter how you respond, succumb by treaties of bomb. We destroy and conquer like the army of Khan. Strong arm of the law of our talk, bring the ruckus. You're calling a war, but you're stalling. I rush and aim for the heart of MCs who fake. Get touched by the angel of death and meet your fate.
Suffocation, the method I choose to keep your words in. The second you fools began to seep ignorance, you had to begin to spit, imagining you could get off with just a warning, but your plotting was wrong. Now we're calling on all those who hear and give a damn. Give us names of MCs who destroy, we'll deliver them. Freedom is granted to ears that are captive but mentally damaged by polluters of airways. In defense we come, the Crimson Guards got a job to bring death to MCs who talk nothing but nonsense. Our dark audience, the barbed wire fence of the basement. We sentence your fakeness to death by hanging. About nothing but running the streets and guzzling drinks and guns in their beats. They die and stop fronting. Angels of death are coming, bringing death to MCs who talk about nothing but women are hoes, brand names and their clothes, platinum and their gold. They die and stop fronting.
So many massive fabrics, the Star Spangled Banner kinda bound to wrap them in their classic sense. I play the fence, got people on the left and the right of it, cause I may need somewhere to hide the first night of rioting. Provided I'm supplied with the right pride of rations, I'm capable of decisive action. I throw the blueprints in my backpack and my backpack on my back cat. Revolution's written on the wall, so I grab myself a fat cap and cover the city scene where they finally broke the spring in the rat trap. Just as I reach to grab my gas mask and ironically sing a freedom chant. My beleaguered stance allows the crowds to gather round to browse my ideas and what's shown. A home without healthcare, public education, and paved roads, a crowd chants roll. And I'm wondering for how many seconds my second thoughts have shown up in the cut. Yeah, upheaval is in order, but upheaval to what? Cause the way I see it, the feeble redneck people with guns gonna take the ball and run, and that's the cycle's completion. When the future's playing grab ass with where we begun. How you really gonna be ready for revolution? How you gonna be ready when revolution come? How you gonna be ready for revolution?
Well, revolution done did come, it came and went, but like most change was spent on insignificant gains. And since then the streets ain't changed a bit, pulling triggers on one another over gangs and hints of disrespect. It's sick, or even shades of skin. Cowards betraying men, but only slaves to sin. Whatever happened to marching underneath the sun? Whatever happened to policing the police with guns? Whatever happened to the teachers that didn't teach us to run? Whatever happened to the leaders like Malcolm and working together side by side to provide a common outcome? And how long will you sit there while they strip away your freedom in the name of which you're fighting for? They're striking oil overseas and planting seeds of terrorism without terrorism, a mirror image of the evil which we claim to fight, but twist the image so the people will support the strike.
Inspiration, clear move making, patiently I'll plot for change. And no, God is watching over me, today's the same. Not how it's supposed to be, the world goes in cycles, but oppression remains. And there's gotta be a way for us to get up on our feet and move to the rhythm of we wanna be free. And if we all get together and sing this song and believe it in our hearts, we can right the wrong. But if you're fighting for some personal issue, want someone to give you a piece for some peace, it will never be true. You gotta change for your God, gotta change for yourself, gotta change for all those are locked in bars and those who frequent bars. Instead of reading hard, working for change is an ongoing fight. First to conquer hearts and learn to overcome the fears that we all live God. And then we'll spread all over the world, and like Khomeini we gon' see Islamic laws unfurled. Literature, spit it at your physical form and chat. Whenever you're ready to go, just open the door and step over the floor, hoping that you're more informed. And then when the time is coming, rise as long you'll find it's dumb to step at the basement or any of its conglomerates. Your best defense is just to steer clear of these men and build up a fence to shield you from the God's wrath. But learn to realize never you will. Backwards the clan of the Arashikage, half dying chic and nos, rap for the love and rock. On with the best of them, I make a suggestion. Take it or not, you should drop yourself out the realm of hip-hop and move with the tribe less prone to attack. When the clones do attack, we'll round up the Jedi and move from the back. Strike at the cats with some fire from the lungs that I write and then I lunge. Directed eardrums so the force of blows are felt. More dangerous than drawn swords, it flows from open mouth. Forever told apart by the markings of our skin. The clan of the Arashikage and entourage of kin.
I write rhymes in the darkness and harness my words with my conscience and bring death to the nonsense and dishonest and cold-hearted. I'm more bars in the parables, two arrows and zigzag. Hard talk disciples on a mission to enlighten your position. What right is for the Muslim and the Jew and the Christian. Man, I'm fighting for you, listen amongst mainstream competition who only blinging and degraded women and think they're crazy spitting. Chant choruses and the lazy written. You see, man focuses on the paid commission. Selling out, not selling, and it's hard to the art. You see, success ain't always measured by the profit and loss. It seems to get rich quick, intent is often lost. It seems the quicker they rise, the harder they fall. And all for the love of the dollar. Caught in the vice of the hyper top in the charts, and lost in the life of the false idols. And idol is a conscious of thought, but for the plight in the fight of our talk, clan of the Arashikage.
The clan of the Arashikage.
I rap in war mode, while most rappers out there today too concerned with their status and their wardrobe. Lost souls, money driven, and they want more. Caught in the rapture of the barcode.
Bit off more than you can handle, afraid to face the sun, and so you lurk beneath the shadow. Get in touch by the rush of the student and the camel. Clutch, so you must have an urge to die in battle.
Strap up mics and ammo, I attack at the whack rapper. Half actor, half-witted, cat-driven, the trespasser. Overwhelmed by name and fame, caught in the stress factor of the game. Who propagate lies to take mine.
Like Snake Eyes, Storm, Shadow, Firefly, and Scarlet. Half dying Sheik and also brothers in combat training, waiting for the time of our attack. Crimson Guard and the guitar of Naser leaks and tracks.
The clan of the Arashikage. Basement.
Stuck in the ground, we bucking them down. I don't even bucket you, cat, you that corny.
Live from the 559, we let loose. Claim the ride to the mind by minds, we stress true. Giving life to the dead with the strike of the pen and the plight of the righteous. Dividing the strength from the weak-minded, cold-hearted snake. To the sheep blinded behind bars and gates. To to those who wanna test my squad and set it off, Arashikage get on the mic and strike its head off.
With a double-bladed sword, I have sworn to attack you. Whack animals with two horns to match your animalistic personality. On top of that, you got fangs fatigue. So as my bass bangs and streets vocals ring in your ear, you sit there behind your screen wishing you can be here. You see weird for the upliftment of our talk's finest. The hard rock rhymers makes your heart stop chiming. Rewinding the tape, play the song over again and again with your friends. With such amazement, we rep the basement. Even when we roll solo, more than I can say for others who forget home and go. Exercise no control, but Arashikage remains loyal. Still in the attempt to break the staircase, supply spoil. Filthy snakes we boil. Yo, cold blood and let it run, cause you can't make undone. What the basement has begun, we use our tongues as spears and lunge at your ears, kill all the frost soldier years, fill you with hunger and fear, and totally strip you of the bling that you used to. Heard the call of the roots, crew never do what you do. Now inspired by truth, you utilize your tools to brighten minds of youth who dosifies of Lucifer. Fight for the righteous and smite all the liars and strike all the vicious offense that are hiding, lurking in ciphers and working to bite us. We'll cut off your heads and drag your tails behind us.
Live from the 559, we let loose, claim the rise to the mind by mics. We stress truth, giving life to the dead with the strike of the pen, with the plight of the righteous, dividing the strength from the weak-minded, cold-hearted snakes to the sheep blinded behind bars and gates, and to those who wanna test my squad to set it off. Trunks get on the mic and strike its head off.
Trunks, don't act like you never heard it before. The basement and prophets here to settle the score. Reppin' 559 since 209. Your family genocide if you roll with the free kind. Your existence is humorous to me, pathetic like looking at a circle with a G. I serve brain damage to polarized bandits, more feminine than a once-a-month bandage. Killing over carrots, claiming to be men, not knowing that a diamond is a girl's best friend. Losers, hip-hop abusers, hit us with a tank and you still couldn't bruise us. I'm the type of MC that sheds light, but beats like these make me wanna provoke fights with the left and the right. In the physical or on the mic, the squad or prof will serve you however you like.
With a deadly secret weapon. With a deadly secret weapon.
Assalamu alaikum, man.
Walaikum assalam.
Yo, I know it's all about struggle, but we just take it all and thank Allah for all of it, you know what I mean?
Keep on moving.
We went from pawns to kings, but harbor dreams of all the things that hard work brings. So we work hard, move on. But remember, it all started when we were pawns.
I locked myself in a room for hours at a time, formulating rhymes, holding on to hope of making mine. Motivation lies within the crescent, moon and stars. Motivation lies within the essence of God. Self-taught and heartfelt, I dealt with the issues that trouble every teenager. I funnel my struggle through a love for the art and a felt tip pen. Let myself drip in beneath the skin of my notepad, striking my pen piss until thought leaks on the pages and words drip drop into hip-hop. Some days it's spent without a minute to rest. We sacrifice and hard work provide something you feel in your chest and put your gimmicks to rest. I used to listen to res rock beats, drop heat on instrumentals, investing all his time in the rhyme, and soon I follow behind, trying hard to be a king in the 559.
I've used a pad and pen for more than half of my life, and bare my soul to those who've opened doors, the raps that I write. But those who thought when I was like 18 or 19 I would pack up my mic, leave that life behind me, then learn from 13 until my late teens was my time as a pawn. My goal was being king, so I stay up at night, finding ways to match words, then my time in the day. With what I learned in ciphers, I'd work my pen dry, organizing my thought, just dreaming of a day when a crowd I would rock. I was proud of hip-hop, what it did for me, method of venting my steam, a way to center my dream. So when I'd send it to CMS, so rep with the E, SMMC of the PO, was dreaming of no less than total success, so I moved for it. Put out demo after demo, but I wanted more. Then I moved here to Fresno and met up with the Basement, a crew that my brother and his friends had created. Rejuvenated my vision, thought this could be my shot if I could inspire the Basement to reach for the stars. Hard work, determination, love for the art, set me on the path to be the king of our talk. Made moves, improved thoughts, paid dues, improved not. Giving into the pressure to give up was true love. Pawns and kings, making moves. The real move that you make is when you love where you end up. Love how you get there, give thanks at the end of your day for your moves made. Thankful for the new day, focus your thought on a new goal to work for. On a new goal to work for. Making moves like a pawn to a king. A move from pawn to king, but harbor dreams of all the things that hard work brings. So we work hard, move on, but remember it all started when we were pawns.
I used to be a pawn in the game, now I changed my position. I'm making from 209 nights, tracing starlight underneath the night skies with the eyes wide open, and the third never sleep forever. Keep on building, chilling the false with the mental, steering the lost with the pencil. With some flaunt their credentials and over dramatized with arrogance. Recognize our path is paid by God and we cherish it. Pyramid structure from the ground on up with the musical manifestation of sound and touch. Now is it loud enough? I want the whole world to hear. Ain't no need for cotton swabs like the cleansing of the ears. And I remember the years when I was only a fiend. And I remember the years when I was chasing a dream, searching for music in the background, building in the battleground, searching for peace of mind and rhyme. Now I'm glad I found somewhere to go to just release the tension. Creative outlet to transport expressions. Important lessons I've learned through the years, making moves from a pawn to king. Why settle here? We went from pawns to kings, but harbor dreams of all the things that hard work brings. So we work hard, move on. But remember it all started when we were pawns. We went from pawns to kings, but harbor dreams of all the things that hard work brings. So we work hard, move on. But remember it all started when we were pawns.
Racial profiling is considered extremely politically incorrect these days.
This is what we consider to be the ugly face of racial profiling. It seems to me that we are engaging in what could become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Is anybody out there listening to my cries? I'm the voice of the oppressed people worldwide. Did you decide I was wrong, only using your eyes and justify terrorizing cause I wasn't the right skin tone or religion? Said I threaten your lives. My claims of indigenous remind you of your crimes. You can shackle me down and attack me with lies, but your chains are not enough to silence my cries.
This is what we consider to be the ugly face of racial profiling. It seems to me that we are engaging in what could become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And the Mexican people.
This is what we consider to be the ugly face of racial profiling. It seems to me that we are engaging in what could become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And the Iranian people.
This is what we consider to be the ugly face of racial profiling. It seems to me that we are engaging in what could become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
The Filipino people, and Bosnian people, and the Chechnyan people, to all indigenous people, to all indigenous people.
For men, women, and children living under Israeli occupation, it seems tyranny is a daily operation. In Philistine, constantly living in fear. Every day, husbands, wives, mothers, children are killed or left to suffer in hunger. Pain of restraint, cause your brother is marked. So you're stake in chains, street stained in horror. When your pain and shame is the same tomorrow. No change in order, what remains is slaughter. As long as Zionists remain in power, let's change the hour of one day to now. Let's move. Every step to justice, Allah will bless you. Every heart accepts truth, will be successful. Free Palestine, free Palestine.
differences and matters aside and set fire to our flags and pride of our nation and ethnic background and unite for the cause. Where the only pledge we make is La ilaha illallah and Allahu Akbar is the name that we praise. For too long we've been slaves to the Western ways. It's time we break the chains, eliminate the strains of these puppet governments, putting Islam to shame and cut loose the strings and let loose the pain like Moses envisioning a bush in flames. And the fact remains that we're still not free. Yeah, they talk a lot of peace, but the tank's in the streets. So an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But when they fight with propaganda, we need to still fight with truth. Giving life back to the youth for justice, it has to be. Rise up, oh Ummah, defend your family. Free Palestine.
And we're killing our own while they smoothly moved in, stealing our home. And it seems we're leaving our brothers out to dry when the Islamic nations just stand by. First of all, you gotta do something with your hands, and you can't do that. You gotta stand up and chant, and you can't do that. You gotta hate it in your heart. That's the least of faith. The least of faith is tearing us apart. So come on, big brothers, let's make us stand and fight for the oppressed. That's the law's command. It ain't all about war. Peace is something that we can get, but only when justice is truly implemented. Until then, don't even talk about peace while my brothers and sisters are struggling to eat. We gotta move on it. Who's knowing when our last day comes? Fight against the nations, in cahoots with Shaitan. So when the law asks why we didn't move for masses, sat up on our asses and didn't use our chances to help out our brother and change the earth, we then share responsibility for Shaitan's work. I ain't down for that, nothing down for that. And if you call yourself a Muslim, you ain't down for that. So let's pound them back and plan together. Rope chains, hold hands and stand together. Man, we can forever sit and argue amongst. We gotta aim our anger at injustice, cause as long as we got blood to bleed, what these Zionists are doing, they can never succeed. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
I've heard many things about the day when every heart gets weighed. Signs to look for, like when the sun rises from off the western floor and sets on the eastern shore. The world hears Israel's horn, but then again, only God really knows. The future day got me to contemplate revenge on my foes. Heaven or hell, it all depends. I try to do good things for heads outside of my circle of friends. Man, I'm trying to see God. Hell's worse than this. Whew. Life on earth is hard, especially for kids stuck in the belly of the beast, stuck in the streets hustling to make ends meet, or those stuck in 9-to-5 lifestyle, as if payday is what living life is all about. Balance my physical work while training in Shahada. I worry in the now, cause the now is tomorrow. No man I follow, unless approved by Almighty. Achieve heaven without prayer right here is unlikely, so I pray at the beginning and the end of my day. Struggling to live my life the right way. I say I pray at the beginning and the end of my day. Struggling to live my life the right way.
It's like that, be prepared for the time to come. Get together, all my people, and we'll rise as one. It's like that, be prepared for the time to come. Get together, all my people, and we'll rise as one.
I pray Allah saves me, saves my family, and saves my friends. Matter of fact, I pray Allah will save all of man. We'll have to face our sins, and for most of us, our sins are not what we did, but what we didn't do. Like paying tribute to the glory of Allah, living right and telling truths. Develop roots of hatred, have been nursed to health by our pursuit of wealth. Forgetting truth is wealth. It's like we shoot ourselves when all we do is for self. I say, do it for yourself, do it for family, but most of all, do it for Allah and keep your actions pure. Do that, you need no more. Do that, you need no more. With the first sound of the trumpet, we all perish, and with the second, we all rise. We all gotta taste death, so are we ready to meet Allah?
It's like that, be prepared for the time to come. Get together, all my people, and we'll rise as one. It's like that, be prepared for the time to come. Get together, all my people, and we'll rise as one. amidst the wilderness to escape his treachery. I'm barely surviving on these streets. While you tip a drip of alcohol, I shed a tear over loose leaf sheets. Musically designed to mourn over beats. One of the beats I ignited, whether forced to retreat, forced to defeat, become a slave to the code of the streets. Brainwashed on true lies, so we move like sheep, following leaders that leading us to the depths of defeat, and still we're following, being led into the slaughter, and we're caught up in the life of this world. Instead of following Muhammad and the laws of Allah, instilling fear in the laws of men. I speak of justice and relay it through the draw of pen. Allah forgive me for my sin. I speak to you through scribble and surrender in my place as a man, and make my journey towards the unknown land, and stand firm, feet planted, waiting for your command. Because on Judgment Day, it's too late.
I'm ready to move, to slow your roll of hatred, and to stop you from striking, I'ma sever your snake head. Self-defense premeditated and on point, making moves before your thoughts ever become a voice. Motives clear, even though your acts are well hidden. Fear of truth, hate driven, I attack how you live. Instead of waiting for your attack and defending myself, I'll attack while you formulate plans to take me out. My love for truth, threatening the national defense. So why I move, not mere irrational revenge. I attack with no regrets. Swords my depends, what you label violence is well-defined defense, which I heard was the best offensive strategy. Run on my men and family and catch a battle on me. Wicked rulers, and everyone who supports those enlisted and defenders of military corps. Death yearns for you, hell burns for you, and if given the chance, I'd excel your doom.
So raise your voice against the truth.
I use my voice to hit your heart,
and raise your hands to keep me down.
I use my hands to knock you off,
and raise your fists to signal hate.
I raise mine to retaliate,
but even think of drawing swords will be the last move you make.
Wish to neutralize my stand and silence me, you never will. I'm a soldier for Allah and Al-Hajjah is my general.
Another storm of the desert takes place before another child gets scarred in the face, before another pig-eating savage sets base in defense. I hold the sword, the call for war. From the halls of Tunisia to the Beirut shores, my rhyme premeditated for all who adore. Deen al-Haq, Min al-Hadi Anor. Pardon, the child smiles for 12 years before. From the westernized confusion of illusion galore. Material slaves, MTV parade of whores. Most deaf, we keep on moving like Muhammad on torment. Lawman, Crimson Guard with Jihad Squad forming. I paint a picture and rock well like Norman would stay clapped for the jihad and come storming. Premeditated defense with medicated intent. We touch the mic and let the truth represent.
Commit to midgets, I terrorize with what an incision position. Giving the three blind mics expect vision. I destroy the devil worship as I extend my mic stack.
In silent meditation, I strike with education and righteous preparation for the time to come. The mind's the sun. I shed light upon the darkness, and the harness is the word of Allah. You get caught off guard when Jihad come forth with the full praise due to Allah, but you're caught in the world ways, not able to break loose from the chains and shackles that put a strain on your back and remain holding you back from seeing the big picture. They infiltrate your scripture. Realize we gotta move to penetrate the system. Organize and we'll break the system. Mobilize our strength and wisdom. Globalize our mission and rise to strike them of their lies. To fight we with our fires and light and minimize our greatest offense. Not taking revenge, making amends, and I'll stand with sword drawn. The war's on, make your advance, and we'll move by the lead of Allah, storming your troops. Yeah. And let that be a warning to you.
So raise your voice against the truth.
I raise my voice to hit your heart.
And raise your hands to keep me down.
I raise my hands to knock you off.
And raise your fists to signal hate.
I raise mine to retaliate, but even think of drawing swords will be the last move you make. Take heed to my words to catch a smile on my wrath. I'm a soldier for Allah and I'll fight to my last breath.
Commit to midgets, I terrorize with what an incision position. Giving the three blind mics expect vision. I destroy the devil worship as I extend my mic stack. Giving the three blind mics expect vision. Commit to midgets, I terrorize with what an incision position. Giving the three blind mics expect vision. I destroy the devil worship as I extend my mic stack.
I bumped into a bunch of cats the other day. I was dazed. One cat I knew was acting strange, rocking Tupac and floss and gold chain, all thugged out like it ain't no thing. Now the thing that was strange is that he claimed Islam. I said Assalamu alaikum and he responded peace dog. I said now what, do I look like a dog? He said nah, but don't run up on the way that I talk. We move past and talk about the state of the world. He said nah, the only thing that I got time for is my girl. Saying yeah, there's one guard, but honestly what's wrong with a young cat like me just having some fun? As we got deeper in the conversation, posed many questions and intense debate, and he'd exposed his core cause we'd remove the pill, saying I'ma be real. Talking about I ain't got time for no rituals, only residuals drive individuals who drive expensive wheels and rock sex appeal. I said if that's your deal, you never capture real serenity or feel as though your life is filled. You'll always see the gaps and there's no peace in that. He said dude, guard your own and don't even sweat mine. I said I gotta speak to me first but can't leave you behind. Remember time we spent borrowed, it's not ours, so we choose shahada or ties to dunya. It's a struggling, get everything or just nothing if you're tugging between Islam and straight thug.
Yeah, Rez, it's all the same, just a Muslim name. Now Abdullah takes Jihad and never changing the game. Still ice on his wrist, still popping the crisp, still walk around calling every woman a high, falling in love with the bliss, sporting a law in his chest. The Lord knows what's concealed in his breast, and what's revealed in his breath is his pledge that he'll earn his respect, no matter the price, be his life or his death. And the vice of his rep got him chasing the papers, so he's drinking and blazing to hide his regrets, selling himself for the fame and the rise that he gets. Allah's favor can't be bought no matter size of the check, and he's caught between two lifestyles and ways of living, can't escape from the prison of materialism. But he's gotta be religious, dedicated to the Deen, iced out 6 inches, sparkling Allah's name. It ain't the size of the chain but what lies in intent. Get your life together, watch your step, and if you need a hand, give me a call, I'll be there in a sec. We move together so that no one is left. We're not knocking you down, we're just speaking the truth. Brother to brother, just me to you. And if you need a hand, run into trouble, all you need to do, stop tugging in between the two. We're not knocking you down, we're just speaking the truth. Brother to brother, just me to you. And if you need a hand, run into trouble, all you need to do, stop tugging in between the two.
Crimson Guard. Crimson Guard.
Like Cobra, we strike with mics and venomous plots to downsize the industry of hip-hop and organize a worldwide art talk network run by the Crimson Guard area expert. Indeed, no doubt some will say that we're fundamentalists because we stand for our beliefs and we challenge our nemesis. Strategic with our moves and creative influence, excellent workmanship, elements specializing in mic dominance and hostile takeover on stages, while most MCs get makeovers and players don't even speak. You don't wanna make me start, man, with your attempts to blend. You're not the Zartan, I'm hard, man, with the swordsmanship of Storm Shadow. If you try to dupe me, it's a sure battle. We're pure camel with the venom of a cobra's bite. When the Crimson Guard attacks, you can't avoid the strike.
Jihad, Crimson Guard, the squad that rocks hard, razor sharp thoughts blended with that pure art talk. Jihad, Crimson Guard, the squad that rocks hard, razor sharp thoughts blended with that pure art talk.
We strike with more than swords, be harsh to win the war. Just like Serpentor, we spark to take over. Recite literature to reform the Cobra Corn. To fight your pitiful words, the wrong and what you're for.
We fight to win the war, Cobra, attack with force. When the Crimson Guard react, we attack at the sword. Straight up, root the culture, therefore not to let it grow.
In life you'll never know, but death is set in stone, so don't bring quicker what you know is for sure. Win the war verbally or your choice of weaponry.
Desperately you attempt a defensive strategy with your propaganda plots and your joke academy. Evidence tampering, efforts to slander the name to defeat a squad that don't respond to glamour and fame.
I'm enamored by slaying your weak raps and covert ops. Crimson Guard specialize in the art of our talk.
Crimson Guard, Crimson Guard, Crimson Guard, Crimson Guard, Crimson Guard, Crimson Guard.
We Swarming with storm shadow, ready for battle. Cobra rattlers flying over heads of man or camel. Just to attack you, the fact you'll lose is just natural. When you rhyme, any line of defense will dismantle the man who battles with half a nice try. Militant-minded assassin like Firefly. Words ring like fire and bright in the night sky. Run up on your squad and choke them with mic wires. Hang Cobra and fight fights, but rolling with Hitman. You thought would stay loyal to Joes like Quick Kick and Snake Eyes. You're right to think I'm a fundamentalist. It's fundamentally ride instrumentals with cats that are down with the Cobra Khan. Not for the faint-hearted, it's a soldier song. So MCs who bling bling and can't afford to let go, you're aggravating me like my rivalry with Destro. Next go around, you wanna challenge a squad. I would battle anybody but the Crimson Guard. I would battle anybody but the Crimson Guard. Jihad, Crimson Guard, the squad that rise hard, brings a sharp thought, splendid with that pure hard talk. Jihad, Crimson Guard, the squad that rise hard, brings a sharp thought, splendid with that pure hard talk.
Yeah, move forward towards the brighter today. People say I've changed, I've gotten older, learn a few things. Days of getting by is over, time to do things differently. Studying life and history, learning D from my brother and Abdul Alim. And maybe soon I'll see path of life where I'm headed, kid I used to be. No time to dwell on the past, but times are moving too fast. Trying to keep up to the time, but the sands are half empty in the hourglass. And now the past is days behind us now. Somehow the drastic changes form somehow, sprung out an act of nature. Move towards a better day, strive for a better way, eyes never set astray. Keeping on towards a better tomorrow, a better today will be soon to follow. But y'all know the motto, strive for the height of the day and move forward towards a brighter today. When nothing seems to go right, don't give up, hold tight, move for a brighter today. And when the day's been hard, give your praise to God and move forward towards a brighter today. World got you down, once lost now found, by moving forward towards a brighter today. Yesterday's behind us, but the scars remind us to move forward towards a brighter today. Confident, we're being in secure places. I drop aces on the table in life, moving through spaces, embracing the time given to me. Living a dream, dream and live to try to achieve my goals with my mean. Eat to live, don't live to eat, just trying to make ends meet. Don't wanna meet the end, wondering what if I would've been, or would've done, or could've done. I know I should've done a few things along my path a little differently, but now it's all in the past, it's history. And if I don't move forward and learn from, then it's hindering effects and drawback, cause slack and setbacks. Yet act as a personal guide to let down, set ground for improving your life. Don't sit around letting life pass you by. I said don't sit around letting life pass you by. I said don't sit around letting life pass you by. You better move when the day's been hard, give your praise to God and move forward towards a brighter today. World got you down, once lost now found, by moving forward towards a brighter today. When nothing seemed to go right, don't give up, hold tight, move towards a brighter today. Yesterday's behind us, but the scars remind us to move forward towards a brighter today. I used to spend long nights in my room writing, fighting to uplift men with the pen. I'm sending this one out to all my human. Someone out here understanding, probably been through what you've been through then. But everyone, they have their own struggle, trying to make it to the top, moving through quick, rolling double speeding through, never to see the true meaning of life. But me and you gotta believe and do for God and His light, and reflect like we gain to help shine it on others. My brothers and sisters, we will soon discover and break down the walls constructed for destruction. We must end all racial barriers, class distinction. Lots of things in this world that set us free. There wouldn't be no black or white, to just be free to be free. Live your life and be as you may be. There wouldn't be no barriers, we just be. The world got you down, once lost now found, by moving forward towards a brighter today. When nothing seemed to go right, don't give up, hold tight, move for a brighter today. When the day's been hard, give praise to God, move forward towards a brighter today. Yesterday's behind us, but the scars still remind us to move forward towards a brighter today. Move forward towards a brighter today. Move forward towards a brighter today. Maybe then we'll see a brighter tomorrow. Move forward towards a brighter today. Yesterday's behind us, but the scars still remind us to move forward towards a brighter today. And move forward towards a brighter today. Yeah. Met Betrayal, we would talk all night under the moonlight, discussing our new life. Together pursue right, happiness and do right. Fight each other, but soon life would change for the worse. The name is a curse, it haunts me every breath in this verse. Left me in the dirt, hurting, and it's left me a scar. Come to think of it, the only thing that's got me this far is the thought of sweet revenge and things that's not to be thought. A lot of people speaking sweet and then it's washed to the shore. People you thought were your friends and then turn die on our shore. You learn about them before you let them into your heart. It's sad, but a cold world. Trust too much, you get caught into a web of deceit. Betrayal, lies, and belief. For in the believing of lies and the human elite, only the strongest survive. Ain't got no time for the weak. It's time to drive your eyes and accept the defeat. But it runs deeper than that. Dealing with someone you trust, invested blood, sweat, and tears, and you're left in the dust. And it runs deeper than that. Dealing with someone you trust. Put your love in the ones you trust, because
love is a crazy game. Two people.
She waited for he, under the moonlit shade of the cypress tree. He'd sailed away, knowing she was there, but knowing he was free. She sat deep into the night, red eye bleeding, just not believing. Tears that tore her eyes, washing away her youthful daydreams. Out went that bird, so innocent and pure, so sure of surprises. And in stepped him, mysterious and bearded from past the horizon. And a cold wind blew, bitter and gray, so ominous and stinging. And then he knew, under the cypress trees and the footsteps of two. And there he slept, cursed all the water in the ocean and wept. Took advice from him, and turned on the words that should have been kept. And he longed for her, and hated him as he hated the world, and wrote songs for her. Under the cypress trees, the leaves fell and twirled.
Love is a crazy game. Two people. Love is a crazy game.
By so many whose hearts seem true to you, left their families for you, but what they wouldn't do was follow your rules. For when you left your crew, they thought it ended with you because they hated the truth. And for that, your crew broke up immediately. Their lust for power made them run over your family, and that would be your crew's legacy. They would never pay heed to your statements' meaning. They would change your sayings most purposely. The purpose was to lead your crew away from peace and into hatred. They played with your will and sanctions. It was easy. Politically, they dominated. They exonerated their sinful actions, claiming promises of victory and falsified commandments. Their love for you shriveled as time passed and gone, because their love couldn't weather the storm. When you were around, they were down for whatever you said, but who knew that when you were acquainted with death, only a few holding the truth for your proofs, so that's what way. Cause when tested, they became agents of betrayal.
For the hearts that never played in tune.
Disappointed, nice with fighting words, but their songs are just annoying. Man, I'm this, I'm that. you're just so whack. Write a song that's not about you, him, or just rap. Matter of fact, think about this for a minute. Could you pen a verse that don't got no punchlines in it? It's just there's so many like you rapping already. What we need are storytellers, lyricists, and MCs who make a change for the state of things. Not only for those who stay the same, and to those whose fame makes it all about you. And if we open up for y'all, it's still our show. Cause we get into their hearts as well as bipeds. Content makes a difference, been telling y'all kids. So if you need to hear truth, when you rock on, check the basement, 559.com.
So many writers, yet so few pencils in this world. So many ideas, we argue about who's mentioned in them verse. Then there's my peers, MCs, and plenty got nervous. Spit a typical 16 to 20 bar verse. You should be mortified. 45 seconds to hear that, I spend no more than 4 to 5 seconds to hear trash. Cause if your only purpose is to flow with the tempo, then the page is not big enough for both of our pencils. This is a call for original work, like when the usual had hip hop depicted as a girl. So many MCs are pressured or censored. Remember, they disrespect us, so spit at the world. Freedom is waving while freedom is wavering. So you can rap support Bush or scream impeach Cheney, but if you got absolutely nothing to say, then be patient. In fact, be pacing. It's basement. We came in with that our talk that's in the tape deck. Why you try to rhyme to Scott Joplin's entertainer? Pop is entertainment, hip hop is that and more though. And there's rules that unfortunately I can't enforce. So there's a lot of MCs in the game today. Some are good,
most ain't got nothing to say.
There's a lot of MCs in the game today, and some are good,
most ain't got nothing to say.
But there's a lot of MCs in the game today. Some are good,
most ain't got nothing to say.
And there's a lot of MCs in the game today. Some are good,
most ain't got nothing to say.
Now I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of these MCs whining, bitching and lying, trying too hard to be something they're not. When the album drops, it seems to blow up the spot. Yes, the masses don't know which to buy. Plus a rapper with an intelligent mind gets hung to dry. If you ain't bling and getting jiggified, sorry, there ain't no room until you ditch your pride. Spitting negative every time your lips divide. You want that platinum status, you can kiss goodbye. Any thoughts you had of staying dignified, cause the industry will strip and pry you of all your values and what have yous, and make you switch your vibe and even tell you who's on to ride. Commercialized radios, all the same, superfied, watered down, covered up, and name brands and televised. Underground, still the same for the dumb. To visualize video, kill the lyrical art, and that's why there's a lot of MCs in the game today. Some are good,
most ain't got nothing to say.
And there's a lot of MCs in the game today. Some are good,
most ain't got nothing to say.
There's a lot of MCs in the game today. Some are good,
most ain't got nothing to say.
There's a lot of MCs in the game today. Some are good,
most ain't got nothing to say.
Truth hurts, you're scared to see the fruit of your work, cause with knowledge comes a burden that you're not really sure if you did what you should. In this world good for your church, or do you question your church? When the worst covered in dirt come to the surface, that's the burden. Do you live by your wording, or do you run and cover it up with your ranting and cursing? The earth sings hymns in the wind that it passes, and it's then the essence of truth can be captured. It takes hold of you. You gotta live accordingly, you gotta be living proof. Because the truth is a burden, without it living bliss. Accept the whispers of bliss, enjoy the pleasures of this life. But as soon as you find you oppose what is right, make 180 degrees shift into the light. Bring God into your heart, take his words past your throat, because his words will change your life. They're more than just a quote.
It's now making perfect sense as to why I, for 23 years of my life, straight treated as a bad guy. the black sheep of the house, that's literal. My brother was white, treated right, but my treatment was pitiful. Nights where I wished you weren't a part of my development, wondering why you call me nigger for the hell of it. And even that's irrelevant compared to broken bones and black eyes, and the fact that my entire life was based upon a lie. When I got older is when I started self-defense. Couldn't make a full fist thanks to my arthritis, and regardless, you beat me with ease. Shove shit in my face for making mistakes and just being a teen. Even though you showed me nothing but hate and neglect, I gave you love and respect. You were my dad, what would you expect? And heard you were my race, finally I knew why. Now I hope you understand why you now must die.
110 floors hit the floor. Emergency stage on. America wages war. A uniform. Media takes the public by storm. Rush with propaganda to keep the people uninformed. A money worm infiltrates the oil fields abroad. A stronghold. Government firms that grasp upon the world. Operation Fraud. Strip away your freedom one by one. Imposing false implementation of liberation with the nation. Fall through the walls of the stomachs of the starving children. We harvest millions just to cover up our lies and sell our virgin of truth. We televise what was serving as truth, never dispersing the truth. Clever diversion, dilute, high truth, this might you. But behind the locked doors lies proof to set you free. But with freedom comes great responsibility. Burning the fuse to set fire to the burden of truth. Got you.
World are we living in? What kind of world are we living in? What kind of world are we living in?
Man betrays his own mother for love of the dividend. Resilient to his feelings when guiltiness overtakes his innocence. Oversights and blemishes become scars and premise his. Grounds for committing acts against his own wilderness. Siblings fight amongst each other. No brothers, only busyness. Seems love is overtaken by his greediness. Little kids with no hope for peacefulness, because they grow up on the streets and get deceitful quick, with no respect for the living, praising dead president, wasting time straight behind chasing the pendulum. Reverends and peaceful lesson, preach religion, sitting high, wonder why they ain't reaching them. I'm scribbling to speak to them in different idioms. If we proceed at the rate that we're at, stop the destruction.
Planet of the apes and the world is suffering. Land filled with hatred and corruption. Beware the man beast in your heart, he's lurking. Stop the destruction. Planet of the apes and the world is suffering. Land filled with hatred and corruption. Beware the man beast in your heart, he's lurking. The kind of world that we living in. Man puts away his religion for the dividends and chooses losses much to his own insignificance. Silliness expressed by his loss of respectfulness. The breakup of the family overcome by individualism, trying to be more than your limits led. Dreaming more and more but doing less and less, because your dreams only mean when they manifest. You see, man is best at doing absolute minimum, slowing progress when it comes to the spiritual, and doing their best at sports and games, content with fortune and they never hope for change. So when the world starts to sink and revert, no, it's not how it's supposed to be. We don't work. No, it's not how it's supposed to be. We don't work. Stop the destruction. Planet of the apes and the world is suffering. Land filled with hatred and corruption. Beware the man beast in your heart, he's lurking. Stop the destruction. Planet of the apes and the world is suffering. Land filled with hatred and corruption. Beware the man beast in your heart, he's lurking. Iron Sheik, half the Crimson Guard.
World are we living
Basement in? Representer.
What kind of world are we living in? What kind of world are we living in? What kind of world are we living in?